Hello and welcome to Father-Son Golf.
And this is how we are coping with lockdown. Nothing worse than being stuck in the home with your dad, is there?
Nope.
So one of the best things that we've found to do in lockdown is to practice what?
Putting.
And for putting, we predominantly use
The put out.
So put out products. We're going to do full reviews of all this equipment, so if you've got any questions regarding put out, then feel free to put them below. We'll be doing a review in the next week, and we'll answer your questions. But we also come up with a few games. If you follow us on Instagram, you'd have seen the perfect put out ladder.
Ladder challenge, yeah.
It's pretty hard, isn't it?
Yeah, and I made up, yeah, it's really hard. I also made up a new one called the Paistro.
So Riley's got a Paistro, which we're going to talk to you about next. Riley's a greenkeeper. Got to make sure it's perfect, haven't we, Riley?
So this game is really simple. It's really frustrating as well. We did this on one of our other videos. My dad's best is 13, my best is 19.
What do they need to do, Riley?
So you go up the ladder, so it's sort of like a ladder, so you have 6 balls, and you have to try and get them in a perfect putt like I just did then. So and get it stuck so it's the perfect putt.
And it's really frustrating.
Because if you think it's going to go in, it sometimes just sneakily comes out.
But the good thing is, if you're on a roll and you've got through the first few pretty good, and you come on to the last 2 balls, then you know you've got to make it, so the pressure comes on. So this is where the pressure putting comes into it, and we like this drill. Right, we're going to show you another one now.
So this drill is a pace drill. So you have to get in, so you have 6 points and you have to try and get it in the middle of this hole. So if you're short, it's -2. If you're in the middle, it's 3. If you're like that, it's still 3, but it still counts. And if you're behind it, it's 2. But if it rolls off like that, it's -3 points. So
Go and give us a go.
Okay, so I'll give you a go and then we do a spot here. So yeah, that would be 3.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. First go. So this is how we've been practicing chipping. So we've got colour path golf here. There's different marks around the garden which you can land the ball to. And yeah, I'll show you. So I'm going to go to this short yellow one, and then the middle blue one, and then to the mat at the very end.
So one of the things that we thought was important during lockdown was the feedback that we got from training aids. Now, feedback's a big word for us. It's easy just to hit ball after ball into a net or shower curtain if that's what you're using. But often that's not really giving you much information other than you hit the ball into the net and you just keep going. Now, if you're practicing certain fields, that's great. But all this equipment is designed in some way to give you some sort of either visual feedback from ColourPath or AccuStrike, or kinesthetic feedback from the Total Golf Trainer, where you can feel certain positions, and then when you watch the videos back you can see how your body moves. So we will do in-depth reviews of this equipment, but we wanted to show you briefly what we've been using, and you would have seen it on our Instagram if you watch our stories. But the Total Golf Trainer, really good bit of kit. Strike spray, you can play little games with that.
Yeah.
So, you know, we don't want to get too technical with Riley whilst we're in lockdown, but we can play games. And you can take on Dad.
Yeah.
And
I
lose.
always beat him.
Oh, you always win.
Yeah.
The AccuStrike map, we really like that. It gives an instant feedback of sort of how you went into the ball, so whether you're coming in from behind it or past it, or whether your path's really into out. And then with Path, ColourPath Golf, which we really do like, and we can utilise that with Neve. And again, we're going to do a real good review of that in the next few days. But where Riley's been working with slight things on his backswing, we can put that down, and that helps for you to sort of visualise and see. You like that, don't you?
And work on.
Yeah, so you've got a couple of things at the front as well that you're going to talk about.
Yeah. So these are the super speeds. Yeah. So it like helps me with my speed.
So speed's important. We know that's important. We had a chat with Piers from Me and My Golf the other day, and the big takeaway from that was being able to hit the ball a long way, wasn't it?
Yeah. So you can hit it further, and yeah.
Just be careful with those. Always sort of watch what they're doing with them. I'm a physical training instructor in the Royal Air Force, so my background is fitness. I certainly agree with the concept of it, but you need to make sure that the kids are doing it correctly, so don't just let them go and take their swing speed sticks outside and put the body into all sorts of different shapes. But Riley's pretty good at that, and he got some good feedback from that. And T-Claw.
So yeah, T-Claw helps you.
It just lets us use different clubs, doesn't it?
Yeah, so if you're on the mat, you can just put it down on the mat, so you have to like twist it round, both of them, and then you put a T in the little hole, and then put a ball on it, and then you can hit drivers into the net. But
we haven't done that very much because we respect our neighbours, and the driver makes a big noise. So obviously this is the training aids that we've been using predominantly during lockdown. We obviously use these into a net, so we'll show you that next. Oh yeah, and the grass died this winter, and we're doing our best to recover it, but it's not going to happen. So what are we having, Riley?
We're having artificial grass because it looks.
And what are we trying to get Mum to let us have?
And we're trying to get putting green somewhere around here as well.
So we've got we're going to do some stuff to the garden this year, but
it's a bit embarrassing.
It does not make these videos look too great, does it?
There's no cracks in the floor.
Oh, it's horrendous. Back to the golf. So we all know that the most important part of any garden golf setup is the net. Most places are sold out now and people can't get their hands on these, so we feel really lucky to have the one that we do. It's a really good net. Riley's going to tell you all about it in a second. I got this whilst I was out in America at the beginning of the year when I went out to California with work, and we used these last year, and this one's a slightly bigger, better version. So here's Riley to tell you all about it.
So as you can see, it's a really big net, so when Dad shanks it, it still keeps the ball in there.
Cheeky.
It's really easy to take down and to put up. And there's a really cool target which I always hit out, and we'll show you just in a minute. There's nothing really more to say. It's a really good net, and it's really helpful in the lockdown we're in right now.
We're lucky to have it, aren't we?
Yeah, very lucky. If we didn't have it, we would just be putting, chipping all the time.
We do like seeing people hitting into their shower curtains, don't we?
Yeah, it's funny.
Right, Riley's going to show you him hitting the target now, or as close to. So we hope that gives you a bit of an insight into the equipment that we're using whilst we're in lockdown. Some good training aids, as we've said, about giving us some good feedback, and utilising put out for the put in and obviously the net. So hope you enjoyed us showing you around those. What's it important for kids, Riley?
Well, you shouldn't really be doing golf like hours and hours and hours every day.
Yeah, so we think it's important that you know, the kids aren't grinding away in the garden. What other sports are we doing in the garden?
Doing football and stuff. So also, I'm starting to do this thing with golf where it's called like golf kick-ups or something.
Yeah, keep you up with this club.
Yeah, and I've done pretty well with that, so that's another thing I've been doing.
So just developing motor skills, so keep ups with football and keep you uppies with the clubs. So practicing those, it's something different to do. We think fitness is really important during these times. I'm obviously, my background's physical education in the Royal Air Force, and you know, you've been doing something most days. What's that?
Yeah, I've been doing Joe Wicks, the body coach.
So Roddy's been doing Joe Wicks, the body coach, and that's a really good platform on YouTube where you just turn it on and the kids can pretty much crack on for about 45 minutes. And you know, it's easy just to be sat down on computers all day. So to start the day off at 9 o'clock and smash out a session, then you know that's awesome. But you've been coming on runs with me as well.
Yeah, we're going on runs and stuff.
So me and Riley did a 3.5 miler today, and you know, I just run with him at his pace. It's good for me. I'm getting out, I'm doing some phys, and actually today we did our first 3.5 miles in less than 8-minute miles. So
yeah,
I was a bit tired after that one. It was.
I was going quite fast.
He's going quite quick. Riley's a really good runner, and we keep that going as well. So, like we said, fitness is important. A really good outlet whilst we're stuck at home. Don't just be sat there hitting ball after ball, because it's not going to do you any good. Some good mobility work, whether it's yoga, good stretching. So when we do get back on the course, everyone's firing on all cylinders. So yeah, hopefully that gives you a bit of an insight into what we're doing, our current setup at home. We're really lucky to have some of the kit that we've got, and we're
especially the net. We wouldn't have all of this if it wasn't for the net. Really.
Yeah, well, we won't be able to use it that much, would
no.
we? And, I don't think we haven't got a shower curtain unless we hit the panes of glass, and we're not going to be doing that.
We're hitting into the wall.
We're hitting into the wall. So yeah, we're thankful that we're healthy. We hope you are, and you're staying safe and staying at home. If you're enjoying the videos, what do people need to do?
You need to subscribe and hit the like button.
Yeah, so subscribe to the channel, hit the like, and we're still posting daily on YouTube. Not YouTube, on Instagram. we're trying to do a bit more YouTube, but our Instagram is still our main platform. It's been growing really well, and we're proud of that. So go and check that out at Father Son Golf. And hopefully in the next few weeks we'll do a little bit more in-depth reviews on what we've got in front of us. So if you've got any questions about what we use these for, what they're about, then message below, and we'll make sure that we get those answered when we come to do those videos in the next few weeks.
And we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Goodbye.